Today we're out here in the leatherworking shed and we're going to be making a sheath for this new knife I just bought. When I bought this knife, it came with a cruddy sheath. This is like some sort of rubber, really cheap. So I've got a few other examples of knife sheaths for this style of knife. Unfortunately, it didn't come with one of these sharpening steels, but I'll still add a spot so I can have one when I eventually do get one. Here's another example of a sheath built for this kind of knife. This one goes all the way in, and I think I'm going to do a style like this. I'm going to use this piece because it matches the handle of the knife. I noticed that it fit into this sheath, so I traced out this sheath and then changed it up slightly. See, I took off the tip and a little bit around there, and that should be the perfect design. So this is what I've managed to come up with, and if I've done it right, my knife should slip in just like that, and it'll hopefully be a perfect fit. I'm just tracing around the edge with the swivel knife. Okay, I've traced around it with the swivel knife, and now I've got a good outline. So I'll cut this piece out and then draw out the other piece. I'm going to bevel all the edges and then do the next one. And there we go. That's two. But I still need to add one of these for when I do get a steel. The other thing I'm also going to add is one of these belt loops. Just rivet it on at the top, fold it over, and then rivet it on at the bottom. So I'll make those two things. Here are the 4 pieces. I still need to make one more to go in here where the blade goes so it doesn't cut the stitching. I've cut out all the pieces, and now we just need to punch holes and stitch it all together. So I'll get my calipers and draw a line for the stitches. And now I can just punch the holes. I'm going to sew on this edge first, and then mark out this edge, punch it, and sew it. I can't find the needle I normally use, so I'm going to have to use this long, sharp needle. Leather needles are usually blunt because you don't want to get it caught on the leather when you're trying to put it through the hole. The stitch I'm doing is called the single needle saddle stitch, and it's pretty simple. For the rest of the sheath though, I'm going to be using an actual saddle stitch. And done. So I might change the camera angle and then we'll figure out where we should punch the next holes. I'll grab one of the steels out of one of these knives. I think I'm going to do it with this fat one. And yeah, that's perfect. I think I'll do it about there. Poke that needle in, get it nice and deep to mark the leather. And there I have 2 marks. So if I get a piece of straight wood, I can go from mark to mark and scratch a line. That's where I'll punch my holes. And there we go. So once this is sewed on, I'll sew on this, the belt loop. You can see I've already sewn on that part. Then all I've got to do is fold it over and stitch it on. So I'll do that. I'll also sew this together after I've punched the holes. And then I'll turn the camera back on again and I'll film sewing these together. That's the slot for the steel done and the belt loop. It's a nice snug fit. I just set up this portable vise. I threaded through the thread. So the stitch I'm doing is called a saddle stitch, and the great thing about it is it's basically like a bunch of knots. So if it ever breaks, it won't all come out because each stitch is held together like a knot. Okay, I just finished the final stitch on this side, and now all I have to do is trim that off nice and close to the base. And now, all of a sudden, bam, fully stitched up. I'm really happy the way the sheath came out. Thanks for watching.